Hey, good morning, Dr. Craig. My name is Jack Kim with Rocket Ship SEO. I was tasked with doing the video analysis for your website and to take a look at kind of what we can find and how we can definitely bring you more business and more sales, more traffic. All right. So the first thing I did was I pulled up Ahrefs, which is a tool that search marketers like myself can use to take a look at a website and see the health of the website and some of the back end metrics of your website. So as you can see right here, I entered your domain name and it pulled up some information right here. The first two things I want to point out is your backlinks and referring domains. Basically, your backlinks and referring domains, I'm not sure if you already know or not, but it's basically the number of websites that are pointing back to your website. So there's about 364 total websites that have referred about 2,000 links back to your website. This is a very important metric that Google uses to determine which website should rank higher than another website for a given keyword or phrase that you're trying to rank for. So I can see that you have 364 referring domains on 2,000 backlinks. That's actually a pretty good ratio. You're ranking for about 20,000 phrases in Google, which is a fantastic a number of keywords. We can definitely bump that up kind of depending on your inner pages, and we'll take a look at that in a second here. And then your organic traffic, which is about 3,700 per month. Now, this tends to be a little bit less than what it actually is, just from experience. But the one thing I did notice while I was taking a look at this was you did have closer to about 6,000 traffic early December. Now, this might have been just purely because of um, yeah, so it looks like there's been a general trend downwards, which is a little bit concerning because we definitely want to make sure that we're going up and not down in traffic. Maybe you were doing a little paid advertising um, back then, or maybe you were just targeting a couple of pages better, or maybe there was just more competition that's come up since then. But this is definitely not bad. The one thing that I do want to mention is I want to show you some of the things that you're currently ranking on Google and where you're getting a lot of your traffic for. Do you see right here that um, compared to a lot of most of the other keywords, the keyword under brittle nails, there's about 7,500 searches per month for that phrase, and you're on position 11, so right at the top of page 2. Now you're only capturing about, it says 82 out of the 7,500 search volume. It's going to be closer to like in the thousands at the moment that you start breaking that second page and start ranking up higher, especially in the first page, because statistically, I think they say like it was like 90% of people stay on the first page, and 10% of people will actually go to the second page, and then even less will actually click on a link. So you can imagine just how much traffic you're potentially losing just by not being on that first page. So what I have noticed from currently just kind of looking at your website and your backlink structure, you have a lot of great websites and things like that that are pointing to your home page, but definitely not as much pointing to your inner page. So this right here, this page, how to treat brittle nails naturally, is the page that's getting the majority of the traffic to your website under the phrase brittle nails, right? So what we want to do is, you did a great job with the content and just talking about what causes brittle nails and what's the best natural supplement. What we need to do now is to make sure that we point these backlinks towards the inner page right here. So in 2012, 10 brittle nails causes and nutritional cures. That way you can show Google that this is the phrase that you want to rank for, and then you're definitely going to start moving up in the keyword in your keyword position and really start moving up in the rankings, because your competition out there, they're not going out of their way to push backlinks and websites to point towards your inner page right here, which is the askdrmaxwell.com/2012 10 brittle nails causes nutritional cures. So once we start pointing some backlinks, it's definitely going to help you move up in the position specifically for this inner page, which is right here, and then it's going to definitely start targeting the people that are interested in figuring out what to do with their brittle nails, right? And so that's actually comes back to kind of what I want to talk about with the actual website. So So what I would recommend doing, and I'll talk about a couple of things that I noticed with the website here in a sec, but going back to targeting specific phrases that you are currently ranking for, what I would do is I would go into your online store and figure out exactly what are your top 10 bestsellers, right? So, from the back end that like the thing for the natural supplement for brittle nails sells well, go ahead and write that down. And go ahead and just write down 10 of your top most selling nutritional supplements. And what we want to do is we want to figure out exactly what kind of keywords that we need to target to make sure that those are the supplements that are already selling well, that you're already getting credit for, that we can really start targeting the kind of traffic where people are looking to purchase something, right? So there are certain phrases like how to cure brittle nails. That could be a very targeted keyword in traffic that where people are not just there just to learn about what causes brittle nails, but really people that are out there searching for a cure for brittle nails and are willing to purchase something because they have that phrase like buy brittle nails cure, or something like that. So what we want to do, and we can do that kind of keyword analysis here, and we don't mind doing this for free or anything like that. So go ahead and figure out exactly the top 10 nutritional supplements that sells the best, because that's probably where you're getting the credit the most already, and it's the fastest way to rank. Just because you already have credit for it and you're getting a lot of traffic for those places, and I assume you have great copy and great content on there for those pages. So go ahead and do that. Shoot me that email, and what I can do is I can go in there and figure out exactly what kind of keywords can be used to target that specific nutritional supplement. And from there, what we want to do is we want to create this kind of inner page like you did for the brittle nails, and I think it's down here, yeah, how to treat brittle nails naturally. And what you want to do is you want to make a new post that specifically target a certain phrase. So let's say that brittle nails, the supplement for brittle nails is something like coconut oil, right? So what we want to do is you want to say, you want to make a new post that says treat brittle nails with coconut oil. That way you hit the phrase coconut oil and you hit the phrase brittle nails, right? And that's the kind of thing we want to make sure that we grab the keywords that people are typing into Google for a certain cure to a certain you know a disease or cause or problem, and then create and optimize that article and that post for that keyword. That way you start ranking on Google for those keywords, and then your content is optimized for that keyword. That all helps show Google that you should rank higher than other people. And then once we start pointing those backlinks towards your inner pages, you're definitely going to get a lot more credit for that. And you're going to rank higher, and you start getting more traffic and the type of targeted traffic where people are looking to purchase something, right? Which is very important. So the next thing I see is I noticed down here that you have your contact us page and a phone number. What you want to do is you want to make sure that this phone number is nice in front and at the top of the page. There's a lot of people that have questions that a lot of people also are on their phones, and they have a hard time skimming through the web page to try and find a phone number. So you want to make sure that this phone number is very visible. You want to turn that into a phone number link. That way when they're on their smartphones, they can click on that button on that phone number, it'll take them straight to the dial pad, and then it'll be able to contact you. That way you can just capture more people that are answering, that have questions, and then you can convert them into sales, right? So that's definitely going to help you increase your sales. I really enjoy this right here, name, email, and questions. What I would do is I would actually have a title. Oh, you do. Okay, so make sure this is more visible. Have a health question. That way they don't, it's a little bit confusing, like what are they putting in here? Maybe it says questions about our supplement consultations. That kind of makes sense, but you want to make sure it's a lot easier for them to understand. For the common person that might not even not be very good at navigating through a website, make it very clear for them to understand exactly what this opt-in form is, because I don't know how much opt-in or questions and stuff that you get through this submission, but I assume it's a good amount, and you're definitely going to get an increase in that as you change this. And I would do name, email, maybe phone number, not required, and then yeah, questions about supplements and consultations, which is fine. So yeah, so that's kind of what I would do from that end. I wouldn't focus so much about citation stuff, because it is targeting national traffic and things like that. Let me take a look at your Facebook page and see how that looks. Okay. Yeah, I like this page. Let me see how much Okay, so 2,400 people like this. You got some great catchy photos and posts. Definitely want to make sure that your posts that you make on this this page, that you link it to your Facebook and then you post it on Facebook. Hey, we have a new article. That way you keep updated with your followers and you can just keep them in the know. And then basically you're creating a list that you can actually use as a funnel to send them out like, hey, we have this new thing and this new product and things like that. So you want to make sure that as you're going along, you start capturing emails, because from there you can really control your traffic and you control who's coming to your website, right? Because generally when you have blogs like this, you can't control your email list. All they're doing out there is just get information and maybe just leave and never come back. But once you have an email list, you can target those people and send out like helpful emails very frequently, and then every once in a while just throw in, hey, we have a new offering for this new nutritional supplement. Here's what it is. Go read out this article about what it does, and see if this is right for you. That way you're going to be able to capture a lot of those people that are visiting your website, and then they'll input their email, and then you can blast all kinds of funnels and product offerings to them and get more sales that way. Right, so there's many ways to make sales and generate sales, not just by creating a blog and selling on a storefront online. You can do it even through advertising on Facebook. So these are the kinds of things that we can do here at Rocketship SEO. What I would recommend doing, like I was mentioning earlier, is just go ahead and reply back and shoot me that those top 10 best-selling products, and then we can just kind of figure out some keywords that might work well for you, and we'll go from there. So hope you got some value out of this video analysis. Even if you don't work with us, that's okay. Maybe you can just refer them to the video so that they kind of understand what I see, and then you can kind of hold them accountable from that angle as well. So hope to talk to you soon with that reply, and take care. Thank you.